to beat. I expect them to get the points, but it won't be. It'll be close.
Yeah, Baldwin for me.
Oh, well, I'm going to stick to my huddle tip last on Wednesday night. I'm going to go for Montrose to beat Bourne.
South Croydon take on Noble Park at the Bull Ring. Shaver Bull Day down at the Bull Ring, so it'll be interesting to see the way Noble Park line up next week after half their senior squad has been shaved off the bonds. Glenn Manson, who has been growing a beard for about the last 18 months, he's got nothing left on top. He's only got the beard, so once that goes, he's probably going to look like a baby. But he's another one that's going to shave the bonds as well. McCartney and Peaver Wright come in for Noble Park. While for South Croydon, the side that lost to Norwood last week brings in Cuthbert, Collins and Wood. Out goes Tucker, Kavanagh and DeJager.
Yeah, look, I reckon this is Noble Park's way, Waterloo, I reckon. South Croydon will want to go down there and spoil the party this afternoon. For me, Noble Park are playing for heaps today. If they don't win this game, I can't see them making the finals. And I'm going to give them one final chance today. Noble Park.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough one. Grattan Stevens going to have a big job, he said, with Big Manson. He's such a bull. So there's some way here they can work around that and rove off his tap. So I think the Dogs... I'm going to go the Dogs. I know it's tough to win there, but I reckon the Dogs might get up.
Yeah, look, I think South Croydon win this game. Obviously, Eastern went down there, almost beat the Bulls down there, and I just can't see the Bulls kicking enough score against South Croydon, who will be absolutely going out with fire after what happened last week.
It's great to see. I'm just looking on the donation page for Shaver Bull. The target was 5,000. It was about 3,000 halfway through the week, and it's just skyrocketed in the last couple of days. Now it's almost 7,500. So fantastic to see. There'll be plenty more going on. I think Dave Allen has threatened to shave off the mow as well if he gets enough funds on the appeal. So it's great to see that a day that's fundraising for the not just the footy club is probably going to be their biggest event of the year, Brash.
Yeah. Look, it is an important day, and I mean, look, there's so much riding on it. There's a lot of emotion, and sometimes. But at 2:10 this afternoon, Noble Park have got to take the emotion out of the game and go out there and play as if it's another game on a Saturday afternoon, because they can't afford for that. They just got to. They've got to concentrate for 2 hours.
We might get Ray Baird to put on a headset if we can. We've just got a little bit of information that I want to pass on to you, Ray. I had a phone call yesterday come through to my office from the Gilchrist family, namely Peter Gilchrist, who is the father of Rennie, and they donated $100. Which means that the fossil is going to have to go head down to Noble Park tonight and shave his bonds.
Well, first of all, I'd like to thank the Gilchrist family, because I did throw that out there on Wednesday night on the huddle, and I'm a man of my word. I will be heading down there tonight after we leave the radio game here and be down there, and I'm quite prepared to go through with it for a great cause like the Leukemia Foundation.
Good to see that he's all good about it. I'm going to head down there tonight with the camera, so we'll make sure that we get that up on EFL Federal Gully Motor Group EFL TV during the week. That has been the Sports Pass warm-up. It's fantastic to dissect all the 21 games going on around the Eastern Football League. We'll focus and hone in on one for EFL Gameday, and that's South Belgrave and Boronia after this. But you've been listening to the Sports Pass warm-up. Make sure you head to the App Store now. Download your free Sports Pass app today, or follow them on Twitter at SportsPass14. We'll be back right after this. South Belgrave and Boronia, EFL Gameday.
displayed donations to charity. Those and other wishes can all be set out in a fixed-price funeral plan. Find out more at tobinbrothers.com.au. Tobin Brothers Funeral, celebrating lives. Program sponsor.
You feeling like your man space needs something special? Pub rooms need a little something on the bar? Just want to spoil yourself and show off to your mates. Authentic Autographs is Australia's largest licensed memorabilia dealer across all sports. Range second to none, Authentic Autographs is a one-stop shop for all your memorabilia needs. If there's an empty space on your pool room wall, or you feel your man cave needs something special, contact David on 0439 743 710 or visit the showroom at 11 to 15 Westwood Drive, Deer Park.
Own a smartphone of the EFL mobile web app. M.E.org.au access and lab. Also receive around and contribute to the mighty EFL forum while you're online. Download the EFL mobile web app, live and local. Right. All the latest news on the Eastern. Make sure you check out our www.efl.org.
It's time for the wrap. Your footy.
Welcome back to South Belgrave Recreation Reserve, and it is a big game and both sides out on the ground at the moment, and it's going to be a massive clash. Welcome back to EFL Game Day. My name's Dyson Baker, and joining me, one man who is going to jump into the special comments chair this afternoon. You've heard a fair bit from him on the Sports Pass warm-up. Good afternoon to Wayne Brasher.
Good afternoon, Dyson. Good afternoon, listeners. Looking forward to a great contest this afternoon between two very evenly matched sides.
And joining us in the Yarra Valley Water Choose Tap Match Stats Chair, as always, the most competent statsman in the Eastern Football League, Grant Campbell.
Hi Dyson, great to be here again. South Belgrave, they're 4-1 at home, with their only loss coming last week against Mitcham. Boronia 3-2 away record. In terms of quarter differences, not too much except the starts. South Belgrave only won 4 opening quarters and have a points differential of -89, so they haven't started some of their games well. Look for a good start today.
And joining me in the co-commentator's chair is the broadcast manager of the Eastern Football League, Ben Warren-Smith.
Good afternoon, Dyson. Good afternoon, team, and all our Eastern Football League lovers out there. It's a blustery day out in old Melbourne town, isn't it? Terrible conditions for football. Let's be honest. I don't expect to see too many large scores kicked across the league this afternoon. It should be pretty tough conditions for all sides, but really looking forward to coming out all week to Mount Morton Reserve, to South Belgrave, where we haven't been for a number of years now. And I remember the last few times we've been out here, it has been a mud patch, so it's good to see that the ground's in pretty good nick, even though it only has to be for a number of games for the rest of the season before, as we heard during pre-match, that it gets all ripped up. So two sides really wanting to make a name for themselves in Division 3 this year. South Belgrave, can they cement themselves in the top 4, in the top 5 this afternoon by taking a big scalp in Boronia? I'm not too sure. I think it'll go right down to the wire, this one.
And I'm not sure if you heard BWS, but we did get a donation coming from the Gilchrist family of $100 yesterday afternoon, and the man who's just about to join us in the special comments chair, Ray Baird, is going to shave the bonce at roughly 6:30 tonight when he heads down to Noble Park, and it's great to see another person who will hopefully be donning the same look as me next week.
Yeah, good afternoon, Dyson, and it's great to be on board. And I'll be heading down there. I'm a man of my word, and because it's going to a great cause. And BWS, you said we haven't been up here for a couple of years. Don't you remember the Black Caviar Day last year?
Was it last year, was it?
Oh,
okay. I do remember that day. It was an absolutely fantastic day.
What you meant to say was the first time that South Belgrave had been in Division 3 that we've been here.
Yeah, something like that. There's lots of games of footy.
So the score is 1 to me, 1 to me, 0 to you.
Yeah, let it begin. It was hilarious. It was hilarious to hear that Aaron Kirkby-Rodier had found himself in the back streets of South Belgrave. It has happened to us all. Suck it up.
To be honest, I'm actually just trying to get in contact with Rowan Webb, who's our other Akira Urgent Care boundary rider. If you are listening, he's just headed to Mount Morton Reserve, which is what, that's my fault, I believe this was called. It's actually South Belgrave Recreation Reserve on Mount Morton Road, just off Belgrave Hallam Road. We're giving everyone directions in a bit of an on-air production meeting, but we're just trying to get both our Akira Urgent Care boundary riders here for this afternoon's game. As we're almost set to get underway, we'll go around the table and we'll grab some tips. Brash?
I think South Belgrave have got a lot more to play for than Boronia. That being said, Boronia will want to shut it down, but South Belgrave for mine.
And Ray?
Yeah, I'm going with South Belgrave. I just think that they're going to score too many goals for the Boronia side. I can't see Boronia outscoring them.
The best stats man in the business, Grant Campbell. Might help if you turn your mic on.
South Belgrave by goal.
Here we go, all set for a start in what should be a massive encounter between these two sides. Ball thrown up for the first time this afternoon, and it's a bit of a 0-0 draw. Goes the way of Boronia now, and they try and work it away, this time through Bolton. Comes back, and South Belgrave just find themselves right in the middle of the ground. Grice came in the back of Odermatt a little bit too hard, and he wins out the free kick. So South Belgrave kicking to the Mount Morton Road end of the ground. Boronia to clear to the outer side. Kick was a little bit too hot for handle for Vaness. Hard up against the boundary, and it goes over the boundary line, out of bounds, right in front of the Bendigo Bank scoreboard.
I was out on the ground at three-quarter time in the twos, and it's very windy out there, and I would say that it's about a 4-goal wind, I think, going towards the end South Belgrave are going to.
So ball thrown in once again, punch forward by Condor. Looks like there'll be a free kick plucked out. No, he's going to make the boundary umpire throw it in once again. So look, Condor once again going up in the ruck for the Saints. And he gets the tap down this time, and the Saints go forward. Great work out the back of the pack from Hallinan, just to try and get it inside forward 50, and bouncing through, and through for one behind is the first score on the board for the South Belgrave Football Club. They lead one behind 1 point to Boronia yet to score on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard.
That almost sailed all the way through for a goal, then hit the post. So Williams kicks it short from the kick-in, finds Allison. This is Luke. On the right boot now, drives it up towards the Henderson direction. He's got a man to beat there, knocked over the boundary line by Sonnenberger, and we'll have a boundary throw in. Member side out here at South Belgrave. EFL Gameday, plenty of great games as you go local for your football. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are. All games have officially started in the league as we're right on centre wing here. A lot of players around this football, and we'll have a bounce. So blustery conditions. We'll certainly get a weather update at some point in time as Boronia kick the ball forward. This might go all the way here. First goal on the board to Boronia, and it is the co-captain in Jess Bolton to put that one through from about 50 metres. Well, it's a 50-metre arc, but we'll call it 40. And a goal to Boronia. That was a good bit of play, Ray.
It was a great bit of play. It came from a stoppage there, and Jess Bolton, look, he took the advantage that he was given, and the ball was put out in front of him, and he's run towards an open goal from about 30 metres out, and it's gone for about head high.
So a great start for Boronia as they get their first on the board. I'm just trying to hopefully get Rowan Webb in the right direction. He's currently sitting at Mount Morton Reserve, which is just out where we are now. Has great work from Bembo to push it forward. And now a chance for South Belgrave. A bouncing ball up to the top of the square, looking centre, he's going to meet it. He'll get his handball back, finds a teammate in O'Neill. They push forward now, bouncing ball. Pretty over.
Go to the and they've always got someone to dish it off to.
Most definitely, Ray. And when you look, and they're spreading the ball very well, South Belgrave, from side to side.
But
once again, it just goes back and forth. Suckle inside forward 50 in the Harrop direction. Been in everything so far, Reece Harrop.
Good kick.
But they finally get the mark that they needed. And
a bit of bounce right at him at the last moment over the boundary line and out of bounds. 50 metres out from Boronia's goals. Half forward line bouncing football. They'll want the boundary line here. Ryan Henderson and out. Half forward line now for Boronia. So I don't think he's going to take the kick. It's a wise decision for him to come off. So there's a lot of players. Forming around square here, and that's the direction the ball is going to go. Absolutely.
Came off then. You can't see out of that left eye. I'll keep an eye on him at the moment.
Thanks very much to Aaron. Thanks to Akira Urgent Care.
The ground to come in against the breeze, but and when they get a run on, they look really good.
Ben kicks from 60 out from defensive goal up towards almost his attacking 50.
That was not necessary.
The free kick there was just for the
Intended for his teammate there in Jackson. It was beautifully knocked away over the boundary line and out of bounds by Leo DeMatt, who did it right in front of the crowd where he likes it, and will have a boundary throw in.
Probably shows the work rate of the forwards that he's almost deep in the back pocket.
The Boronia forward player right in front of the caravan, and in the next minute he's marking down there at centre half forward and slotting Guru, as you said, BWS, a very important goal.
Big group and come back.
That certainly disadvantaged Boronia, that piece of play.
Definitely. So the free kick's going to go the way of Brent McAlpine, back in the side this week.
Scoreboard at the 29-minute mark, 8-goal opening term to the South Belgrave Saints, 51-22. This is up.
Well, Coach Dean will be extremely happy with this performance in the first quarter, I can tell you.
There's absolutely no. There's Condor over the back of the pack, got it out. What the second quarter can bring, Boronia will have the breeze in that term, but there'll be plenty of other games happening around the Eastern Football League, and we'll have all those important scores as you go local for your football right after these messages from Barry Cotts in the studio.
Okay, boys. It's time we've got ourselves a big advantage this weekend.
Fourth on 5, 6:36, leading to goal. One goal straight. Goal kickers for the Hawks. Bruce has 2, Roughhead 1, Burgoyne 1, Lewis 1, and for Gold Coast, Finch has 2, Apple 1, and Fennel and 1 each. And the other game, St Kilda and Richmond. Very interesting.
Gameday continues. Let's head back and go local. Your footy.
Welcome back to South Belgrave Recreation Reserve for what is going to be an absolutely cracking game. It's currently a 6-goal lead in favour of South Belgrave. Care with Aaron Kirkby-Rodier.
Quarter there and good end, maybe a bit flat in the middle, but you overall happy?
A bit flat in the middle? No, in the middle of the quarter. Yeah. Oh, no, look, I'm pretty happy. He was kick 8 goals in the first quarter. Yeah.
Aside, out in front of the Bendigo Bank scoreboard. Leo DeMatt there, a long way from home, can't mark. Dustin Apps picks up, tries to give to Hallinan, can't quite do so. Boronia once again, just getting it towards that half-forward line. McKernan can't get a decent kick away in there, as well was Watson. And the ball's held.
But it is 8-5-53 South Belgrave. 3:15 as we cross down to Aaron, thanks to Akira Urgent Care.
Yeah, guys, on that number chain, I think it's Jordan Begg. He's 28.
He is certainly being held by the jumper.
54 plays 21 as Bolton Caravan. Oh, that is a fantastic goal. He just wanted the football, moulded the big hawk, and through it goes for Boronia's 4th goal of the afternoon, and they are pegging back this lead. 8 minutes gone in the second term, 4-3.
On their shots of goal and are being forced wide on every occasion.
Brasher, I just like the way also that the South Belgrave defenders are coming over the top and just punching the ball away from the forwards.
Ball comes back into play. They keep the ball very close to that goal line. Look, looks like a rugby scrum down there as Perry tries to rip the ball away to no avail, and we'll have a bounce right on the goal line.
A rugby scrum? You've seen too much State of Origin, BWS.
Yeah. Great.
A free kick plucked out. It'll go the way Boronia. Slow to pick up the advantage. Bolton inside forward 50 up to the top of the goal square, and it's seen over the goal line for one behind by Brock Ferguson.
I thought that was a wasted opportunity then by Boronia. The guy with the ball then, he had more time. His teammates should be telling him to steady. A great goal. And it's a goal that Boronia really needed because time is ticking away. We're nearly 17 minutes into the quarter.
3-goal lead in favour of the Saints. You're on air if you're listening on.
Out from South Belgrave's goals. They haven't scored a goal in this second term. They'd love one to go through the big sticks. It's been 3 goals this term to Boronia. They'd a couple more themselves, the Hawks, to pull him to ground and screaming for a free kick, saying what's good for the goose is good for the gander because it happened down the other end. But the umpire said, let's restart this then, shall we? Bolton at the fall, the ball goes after it. The umpire said he can't put his
in a row.
Come alive.
He's certainly come into the game in the last 15 minutes of this quarter, that's for sure. But that's the sort of player he is. Explosive.
Throws it up now. Ball stays in. Jackson's there at the back. Garrity goes through his hands and over the boundary line and out of bounds.
Brash, we've got a very important 3 or 4 minutes left in this quarter here. It could determine the outcome of this game.
Up to centre wing, bouncing ball, can't quite find much to do with it. Jumping in on it, great work there from Burley. Just holds it up on centre wing commentary side, right in front of our
Course on 9839 333. That's 9839 333. Kira Urgent Care.
We'll have you pulling away a bit now.
autographs, one-stop shop for memorabilia needs. If there's an empty space on your pool room wall, or you feel your man cave needs something special, contact.
Boronia won the clearances 15 to contested ball, winning at 40 to 24. The uncontested possessions they won 30.
So it'll close on Wednesday, the second block, and it's currently up to so all the teams
kick 6 to 8 goals, Ray, just to even give themselves a chance.
Well, they've got to be in front. They've got to be in front by local football, but they're seeing them running around there in the St Kilda mate. I thought that St Kilda might have been playing here. They're very young.
839 3333. Secura urgent. We have you off the sidelines in no time. Station sponsor.
Authentic autographs of Australia's largest life and
Fuel and go at it again in what is set to go down to the wire. This match out here today. South Belgrave have the breeze in the third term once again as the ball comes out to Ferguson. He almost got Dak, got the handball away. Bolton scooped on it, bombed it out of the defensive zone up towards the Watson direction. He's got good hands. Watson takes the mark. No, in fact, it was touched off the boot. So the umpire will throw it in. Most inside the forward 50 for South.
Lead to the South Belgrave Saints.
You can have one, Soupy.
Ball thrown up, tapped down, and he got handed him just as the quarter started and couldn't quite take it because he was too busy doing stats. That's how committed to the job he is. As Boronia go inside forward 50, up to the top of the goal square, didn't quite get it away, and it goes bounds.
If I were Will Taylor, I'd be eyeing one of them off too.
Nah.
Once
13-1 turns out leading Templestowe by 10. If you're out at Whitehorse and Upper Galley and Sylvan and Park Orchards, can you please send through the scores?
Brad Henderson seeing a good game. And one turner south today as McKernan cleared the ball out. That was okay.
And PWS made his way to the hamburgers.
Yeah, go on, Ryan.
Yep, I've just noticed that Cody Morris, who's had a sore shoulder for the start of this half, has just come back on the field for South Belgrave.
Thanks very much to Akira Urgent Care. Nice update on Cody.
You know, put his body on.
Division 2, Will Taylor.
Doncaster lead North Troon by 12 points. Croydon lead East Baird by 18. Mulgrave by 47-0 Doncaster East. And Waverley by 6-0 Moorabah.
Almost half a chance of a touch as the ball goes over the boundary. Looks like Cody Morris right on the goal line for goal number 4 for South Belgrave for the quarter. He'll be hard up on the angle.
In the context of the game, against the flow, Ben Van Dort puts it straight through the middle, and look at the boys get around him too. An important kick in this match. Third term, 14 minutes gone, 8-9-57 the Hawks.
Afternoon, bit of a live wire forward.
Gee, this is a big kick here. If he can put this through, you know, that's 2 for the quarter against the breeze.
Living up to his
They don't kick the ball very often.
So Ferguson on the right boot, short pass to Burley, swings around towards the Bembo direction, takes the mark now to Alex. He wants to go further afield.
Still manages in play. Umpire's going to call for it. So right in front of our Akira Urgent Care boundary rows, we're going to have a ball up. We've gone just over time on in this third term. 12-6-78 South Belgrave plays Boronia 64. Up towards half forward. Nice fly came from the back from Heathy. Couldn't quite take the mark. Ball's held up once again. 22 minutes gone. Third term.
He wasn't too happy because he could have snapped the ball over himself. So when he missed it, he wasn't happy with his teammate.
Hallinan loads up with a barrel. That's opponent and Van. Boronia just doing enough at the moment. Choose-tap match stats. Grant Campbell thanks to Yarra Valley Water. Being right in front of our Kiro country riders. Umpire couldn't make it.
Ag and use Eastlink. Quicker feast. Arrive fresher, play better. Eastlink. It's time.
Probably about 1/4. 6 p.m. every Wednesday on 98.1 Radio Eastern.
Saturday game day continues. Let's head back and go local. Your footy.
Doncaster by 22. Croydon over East Baird by 40. Mulgrave over Doncaster East by 65. Moorabah over Waverley by 25.
Final term here on EFL Game Day. Saints and Hawks.
Been some long quarters in a ripper contest. The ball's knocked out, picked up by Van Dort on the left boot. Kicks a skyscraper to the forward pocket. It's going and out of bounds on the full. It goes.
And she's gone.
So it'll be Tim Summer, 13 points ahead. Boronia, who are coming home with the breeze, 9-12-66.
Noble Park racing away. Interesting score coming in from Noble Park and South Croydon, pushing the margin out to 52 points with 15 minutes to go in the final term out there. Webb, thanks to Acura Urgent Care. Sharp work on debut, and he's got a close game to start off with. It is a 6-point ball game here at South Belgrave Recreation Reserve. 6.5 minutes
to create that little bit of an zone once again back out to 12 points.
Yeah, it's going to be a difficult shot though. It's right in front of the caravan here. He's on quite a... It's back when Odomac back there. For that kick from...
It's a bit unfortunate when Dean Burnell said he didn't know where the 3 Amigos tag came from. I thought it would have been well noted that it was my
third quarter, and an important goal in the last quarter. Alex Bacons has 5 goals for the South Belgrave Football Club. 13 minutes gone in the final.
Get the advantage, but
That's
it's
a
not
bloody
going to
good
pay.
goal.
He's just kicked that goal from 70 metres, and they won't get paid the advantage. But they'll still get a 25-metre penalty. Work that one out, Ben Warren Smith.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense at all, does it? But Rowan over the boundary line and out of bounds around the ground scores.
All tied up at Shark Park between Doncaster and North Ringwood. Final term. That one coming in from Paul Simitsides.
Yes, no deadly kick off the boot. He was looking for Matty Bazinskas, but to no avail. So the ball goes out towards the Perry direction now. He just certainly didn't want the football then, so it was scooped on by...
2 minutes to go at Shark Park.
Wow.
Brasher, time running out for Boronia because we've only had 3 goals kicked in this quarter, so it won't be as long a quarter as what we've had today.
Yeah, I reckon it'll go about 20.
From the stoppage, banged it on his boot up towards the half-forward line, bouncing football. Suckle goes in down in a fantastic tackle. The umpire said it was fair, and Somerville...
I didn't want to pay it, though. And I can't believe that Dean Grice is even thinking he's trying to claim that, because that was a fantastic mark taken by Cody Morris. Ball thrown up once again.
By McKernan, he broke one tackle, then on the right boot. Kick was half smothered off the boot. They come inside 5th.
Division 1, 2, 3 and 4 today. Some other games that are going on around the grounds. Just looking through these.
Terrific win by the boys. They fought it out all day and come away with the victory in the end.
Oh, it was amazing. They, showed a lot of character in the last quarter. It was, 5 or 6 goal win. And
Surge on finals in 2014.
Oh, there's a scary word, finals. But I wrote on the board at the start of the game. It was a season-defining game, and we're really thankful that we played Mitcham and Boronia 2 weeks.
Massive implications for some of these games, in particular this one. Because it now gives South Belgrave a little bit of breathing space to keep moving on. And we'll start thinking about a 3-2-1. We might start with...
The players you mentioned, Ray Kernan was super today. I'm giving the 1 vote to Bolton, though, because he's just a superstar. He was a player for me that I wanted to watch today, and I certainly kept...
3, McKernan with 2, Bolton with 2, and Jordan Vaness with 1. And just our Trojan workhorse for the afternoon. Ben, we might give you these honours. A couple of players who we thought were fantastic.